Special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, it's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving, so this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day. It is a Monday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Erin. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
So glad to have you with us in a hot Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you call it? Let me use the words close. It's like close. It's
Yeah.
like really just like kind of like sticky,
And
stingy.
humid, and, yeah. Nasty.
Look, what I'll go, you know, I mean, try to describe it completely. So, yeah, it's a little different than what we've been having, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 60s in the mornings, like kind of cool. It's already 70. We're barely in the morning yet.
I think August is reminding us that, hey, I'm August and
Yeah.
I'm here, okay?
Yeah.
So don't count me out. And I think also everybody that's already jumping on that Halloween wagon, you know what I mean? And I know everybody is. I've jumped a few
Yeah.
times myself. I've got a few places on that wagon.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like reminding us that we are still in August and it's still summer and I'm still hot, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely a warm one today. So we'll talk about weather maybe a little bit later. We are supposed to be interviewing, and I'm looking forward to Brett Baier from Fox News. So we'll see if we get him on the line. Something might have happened. Something might have come up. They're going to be doing a debate coming up Wednesday, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But let's thank our sponsors. Erin?
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Teas and Tumblers, Fox Pirelli Wealth Management, and Leader One Financial.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors. Very good. So I took a little bit of a jaunt real quick, Erin, and went to South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. And it was a business trip, but it's funny because it was actually, where we stayed was right there almost on campus. And it was move-in day for all the college kids.
Oh, yeah.
So, crazy. You know what I mean? Watching everybody bring all this stuff in. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Bringing furniture, packing furniture, you know. And this dad was like, we've, you know, I don't know the whole reason. He was just like really like letting go on his emotions. And he goes, and I have to sleep on an air mattress, and I'm trying to get it packed in, you know. And he was like, I was like, oh gosh, yeah, these are going to be memories you're making for sure.
Yeah, but they're like moving into a little apartment, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, and you've got to decorate it all up, you know. And,
oh yeah, you can't just live in a plain old dorm
no,
room.
You got to have it all cute, and
Yeah.
decorated. You're happy, you know, happy moment. And it's funny because now, for anybody that hasn't moved yet and get ready to, don't forget, and I always want everybody to know this because it took me forever, Walmart's got those extra long twin size bed sheets. They're hard to find.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they're the extra long, or extra long bed for twin size sheets.
Yeah.
So
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
I had to go around with that before.
Well, I know, me too, and I kept thinking, where do you find them at? And then they're right there at Walmart.
Yeah.
So no worries. Anybody needing help with that? I probably could be your guide if anybody is looking for something. I probably could help you.
always knows where to get stuff.
Well, I'm my little bit of a superpower here.
Yeah.
On that. So anyway, but it was fun. But the weather was really like warm and close there too. So. Anyway, I know, and so but back here we had cooler weather, and now we're back into this close weather. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all right. And it is football season, football time for sure on Wslm. We had our football game. I'm very proud of our announcers. They did a great job. They're having fun, and I think it's going to be a great season. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that for sure. All right, today is, let's see what today is, Erin. Today is the 21st day of August already. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Where does it go?
I don't know. Today is cupcake day. So, Erin, if I was going to bake you some cupcakes, what kind would you want me to bake you?
Honestly, I'm not a big cake fan.
Oh, okay.
But probably just chocolate cupcakes. I don't like icing or anything, so
just a
chocolate cake.
I see what you're saying. Sometimes icing can be too much.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. I kind of like the I know the buttercream looks prettier, but I kind of like the whipped icing.
Me too.
You know
If
what I mean?
I
A little
have
bit
to eat
lighter.
icing, I would rather have the whipped.
A little bit lighter.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't think there's any cupcake I don't like. But Erin, if you want to bake me a red velvet, okay?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I do.
Oh
like
yeah,
red
I'm in
velvet.
on that. Okay,
Yeah.
Count me in. Okay, I'll bring the coffee. Okay.
Okay.
National Brazilian Blowout Day, and that's like your the hair blowout where they wash it and they blow it out. And
I've never even heard of that.
have you not?
I'm a very simple person.
Yeah, well, I understand that. Let me see. This might be our guy. This might be Brett. Good morning. You're live on the air. Who do we have with us?
Go ahead, Brett. Hi, it's Brett there.
Hey, Brett. Good morning. Happy Monday, right?
Yes, happy Monday.
All right, we're so glad to have you with us, and of course, I want to kind of give you the you serve on the Fox News Channel as anchor and executive editor of Sports Report with Britt Baier, weeknights from 6 to 7 p.m. and chief political anchor, the network. And we're so glad to have you with us this morning, and you're gearing up, getting ready for a big Wednesday, right?
The debate in Milwaukee, should be interesting. We're getting ready for it, and hopefully we'll be able to introduce some candidates to people who maybe haven't seen them or don't know what they're about. It'll be fascinating. It's kind of the first stop in the tour for these candidates that are trying to be the alternative to former President Trump.
So, Brett, how many approximately candidates do we have that are going to be participating in this?
Well, we should find out this morning the definite number, but anywhere from 8 to 9, I think, is the number. And, you know, a lot of these people have been around the block before in different races, but a few of them are newcomers to this process. So, excuse me, they're going to be introduced to the audience. And I think, you know, obviously the former president has chosen not to come, made that announcement last night.
Right.
But all along, this has kind of been an opportunity to get voters to see the substance and policy differences of the candidates that are on the stage.
I think it's so important, and I think this is such a, I do a little one on a local level. And because I hear so many times people say they don't vote because they don't know who to vote for, they don't know much about the candidate. Do you feel like this is really like kind of just a great community service almost too, that you're providing for people to get to know the candidates?
Yeah, I do think it's a bit of a public service. You know, the more voters can be informed about where somebody stands and kind of what they're about, the better they'll be informed in the ballot box. I think, you know, we've got a long way to go until actual voting starts in January, but, you know, you're only going to have a few of these debates where you have everybody on there. And I think this will be a good entry point.
I agree, and I think that I think it's great for the candidates to, you can read about the candidates, you can read up, but to actually hear them and what they're going to say in their own words and their response. It's always, I feel like that's so important, and I think it's a great service. But let's go back on the questions. How do you come up with the questions, or do you have a panel that gives you the questions, or do you write them yourself?
No, we've been working on them for about a month, kind of batting around things. I think this is my 9th GOP primary debate in 3-4 cycles. So, there is a method here that you kind of go through and figure out. But if you think about what people tell pollsters are the most important things that they care about, those are the buckets of questions that we are going to be drawing from. And, we do it in different ways. We obviously try to have some back and forth on stage between candidates so that you can see them kind of interact with one another. But for the most part, it's a Q&A in a debate format, and there'll be strict guidelines, but hopefully it'll be free-flowing and entertaining.
We have so many different topics that different Americans are passionate from finances to inflation to there's I just went blank, but there's so many different categories there that mean so much to different individuals. So I think this is going to be something to see what's important to our candidates and and how they feel to best answer the questions, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, it runs the gamut. I mean, we've got everything that you can think of, the economy and social issues and foreign policy and, specifics that hopefully are going to get them off their talking points and kind of show you really what they think about different issues.
Right. Now, is it hard when you do this, is it hard to keep the candidates on task and not where someone's talking over someone? I mean, is that something that you really struggle with sometimes?
Yeah, I think that for the most part in this format they adhere to the rules for the most part. If they don't, you kind of have to get them back on the right track and stay within the guardrails. But they have a certain amount of time. If they go over that time, we have a little buzzer that everybody knows that they're over the time, so they try to self-regulate, I think.
Right. And as far as I should have done this first, but I don't know how much time I have with you, and I know that you've got several other interviews. But let's find out a little about yourself. Could you tell us about yourself and you're a little bit of personal about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I've been at Fox for 26 years.
Brett? Okay, I think we lost it. Hello?
Guess your 3 minutes is
okay, I guess so. All right. Well, we appreciate that interview. I'll send an email. Thank you, Brett. But anyway, he actually he's an avid golfer and participates in several different superstars in different celebrity programs with golf, and he's actually on Fox News. So anyway, he's a father of 2 boys, 16 and 13. So there we go. All right, there a little bit more about Brett Baier, and anyway, so watch the debate on Wednesday. Erin, what I was talking about, we always try to do a forum if we can get it in, because he said that like January, but it's already August, so it'll be here before we know it.
We only have 5 months.
Thank you.
I mean, barely even.
Thank you. I mean, it's
we're almost to September. Come on.
Yeah, it's oh my goodness. So I think it's time, and I think a lot of times it's going to take that in order for people to see the candidates, get to know the candidates. And I always try to do a forum, and I tried to do it if we can get it in, get time-wise. We have a lot going on here at the station, but I think it's important to get to know the candidates. I think it's good to hear them, how they respond in their own personal words, and a lot of times we know with our English language, you can say things, but you don't mean it. Sometimes, if you ever text somebody or something and you mean it in a different way, but it comes off a different,
I just had a conversation like this last night where I was I feel like talking in person would be better.
Yeah.
Because you can interpret my words by my facial expressions rather than reading it in your own way.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's good to hear these, and I hope a lot of people tune in on this, because I think it's important right now to start getting informed. And I know by the end of you know, on election day, everybody be like, ugh, oh, you know.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it. But it is important to find out and to get the information and to see who your candidate is and kind of
Yeah.
get an idea, you know.
I used to be one of those people that didn't vote.
Oh.
Because I thought, yeah. I mean, I do now, of course.
Right.
But I used to think, what does it matter? You know, but the more you educate yourself, the more you realize how important it is. I think that especially like my generation and below is just uneducated on that part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not all of them. I can't
Right.
group us as a whole, but I think a lot of people that don't vote just don't understand the importance of it.
Right. I think so too. I'm with you. And I think that I think that most people are really I really usually trust the process. I think a lot of them really do, you know, like do the research and stuff like that. But I still think we need to continue on and encouraging people to do the research, find out, you know, what all's, and there's like certain topics that, you know, everyone's passionate about. If you talk, you know, if you polled 10 people, you know, some are about the economy, some are about, you know, like foreign policies, he said. I'm trying to remember all the different, you know, I mean, the different categories, but you have so many people that are different passions about, you know, different topics. And it's important to find out how your candidate or the person you're thinking, and you don't have to, you know, just because you watch one debate, you don't have to already like go all in.
No.
You know, you might leave that debate and still not know, you know. Who you're thinking.
Yeah.
But then there'll be more debates, and then you'll find out, you know. So anyway, that'll be Wednesday on Fox News. So anyway, that was Brett Baier. All right, we were talking about. Now, let's get back to important matters. Cupcake Day.
Yeah.
Let's get what really matters to us, Erin.
Yeah. I had since you said red velvet, I was thinking about it, and I did have red velvet cupcakes with cheesecake icing.
Get out, woman.
I think that had to be. I love cheesecake, just so you know. But those were so good.
Noted, Erin. Well, here's the good thing. You need to always throw out what you like.
Yeah.
And then if somebody's got some or somebody's baking it, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you want to share, you know what I mean? If you want me to come over, I will be over. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Cheesecake is really good.
Oh my gosh. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Is it just like plain cheesecake or like...
I like it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, I had this. I don't know if this is. I don't know. Maybe everybody knows what this is, but I don't know what it's called. But it was cheesecake, like the filling. It was wrapped in. It looked like it almost looked like an egg roll, but it had the. Is it cannoli? Is it called a cannoli?
Probably.
Oh my goodness!
It sounds like that's what.
And
you're
it was
gonna
cold.
Explain.
It was cold, and I just know they put honey or something.
You just
see, I
know it.
I just know. I don't want to see. This is the thing. I love it, but I don't want to know what all you did to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once I see all that sugar
if I can
content,
make this, it's over.
Yeah. So yeah, totally. So I just know they put some dribbles of some honey on that, and they had cinnamon, and I kid you not. It was like I felt like the governor. Okay,
Yeah.
I have become the governor. Okay, no, I thought I don't deserve this. There's no way in my life that I deserve this good. You know what I mean? With a cup of coffee, I promise, Erin, every bite was delicious. Yeah. And this is where I don't want to ever share. This is when I become a problem with me. Okay. I have a little bit of an issue with that. We're going to tell our true colors.
Yeah, if there is cheesecake involved, we might have issues.
Yeah. It will not be shared, okay? Other stuff I will share, okay? But when it comes to that kind of stuff, ooh. Okay, so, and we talked about the National Brazilian Blowout Day. Yeah, it's like, anyway, it's like getting your hair done. It's really nice. National Senior Citizen Day. Hats off to them.
Oh,
you do so much.
For me.
I know.
I love that.
I know, and like you do so much bingo. You do so much just activities. I mean, you really like. So what a great group. And don't you feel like to hear their stories and to hear like every one of them is so unique and so special.
I love it. I've been in healthcare for over 10 years, and that's probably my favorite part is learning about them and their stories, and they give wonderful advice because they have years of wisdom on us.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's wonderful to get to know them.
And I think like to hear like their journey or what they've done, it's amazing what some of them have been through. And from if some of them have been in the military, some of them have had
Yes.
like prisoners of war. I'm just, some of these stories are just like, oh my goodness.
I think my favorite thing is the advice they have on love. Not just...
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, not just in a relationship, but... I mean, that too. But also, like, your friends and family and the time that you spend with the people that you love, they have really good advice on that. But I think it's because they've watched life go by so fast.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think, too, a lot, like, are more relaxed in somewhat.
Yeah.
Like, they realize that don't sweat the little things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
just,
Basically, just spend time with your loved ones and appreciate what you have with them.
And just shake things off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Taylor Swift. Just shake it off.
Just shake it off.
That's right. All right. National Spumoni Day. That's the ice cream. Remember, it's like, is it chocolate, strawberry, and is it pistachio? I think it's called Spumoni.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Erin, now you've got to know this. I'll let you go on the Brazilian blowout.
Yeah.
But this stuff, girl.
I don't know. I don't like
young
chocolate ice
grasshopper,
cream.
I will educate you. This is stuff you need to know in your life, okay? Yeah, this is stuff.
I feel like I shouldn't. I'm trying to lose weight.
No, it's really good though. These are. I always pick my potions, or pick my, what do you call it? If I'm going to have the calories, I want to pick out what I really want.
Oh, pick your poison.
Pick my poison.
Yeah,
that's me.
Mm-hmm.
This is also Poets Day.
Oh, cool.
Poets.
I used to write poems when I was a teenager.
I did too.
My grandma has a huge folder of poems
yours?
and stuff.
She kept them?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, how cool. You have to bring them in.
Oh, they're embarrassing.
Oh, at least bring us one or two
Yeah,
of them.
okay.
Oh, let's read it. I want to read Erin's poems. You know that, how they snap like that? Have you ever?
Yeah.
I'll do that in the back.
I'm going to give you the worst one.
I love that. That's great. I don't think I used to write them. Nobody saved mine. Okay.
Yeah.
My family did not save them.
They're like,
oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I spilled something. Can I use it to wipe up?
Yeah.
That's my poem. What can I use to wipe up the spill?
Yeah.
All right. National Stay Home with Your Kids Day. What a blessing. Would that not be the... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You get to stay home. I'm sorry. Hats off. You know what I mean? And get to
Yeah.
be... I love that so
I do
much.
too.
And what a blessing. If you are blessed enough to get to do that, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying hats off to you. You get to stay home with your kids. I didn't get to stay home, but I got to, what I feel very blessed, and I feel very, very blessed on that. I got to bring them with me. And that was, that was a huge blessing for me.
I bet.
Yeah, so I feel blessed, but get to stay home with your kids and everything. That's great. Good for them, for mommies and daddies, or whoever gets to do that. So.
Absolutely.
And your little one's in school, right? Is it hard to get back? I mean, it's Monday. Oh my goodness. Was it a hard morning to get him up and get him going?
Not really.
Oh, good.
I think converting from summer to the school year, yeah. But just from the weekend, he does pretty good. I mean, Cameron is a very heavy sleeper anyway, so I feel like I'm just used to every morning just, you just figure it out. What do,
That's right. Every morning it's a new morning.
Yeah, and he's just so hard to wake up, and so I don't feel like they're all rough. Monday through Friday.
No doubt. Yeah. I remember always because I'm a morning lark, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a morning bird, you know what I mean? And so I'm, always in a good mood, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm, obnoxious of a morning, okay?
Oh, yeah. My son would hurt your feelings.
That's right. But I don't get hurt, because my girls would always, so I, you know what I mean, would always go, you know what I mean, and I used to sing them, you know what I mean? Good morning, stars shine, the earth says hello, you know what I mean?
Oh.
We twinkle above us, you twinkle below. Yeah. And then they hated this part, the glitty gloop gloopy glibby, and so that's when the pillows would start flying. So then it was funny because then when they got older, they were like, "That's actually a real song." I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
What do you think
I thought I wrote
that?
They thought I wrote that. And I'm like, "No."
Maybe Mom's poems weren't too bad.
Yeah, there we go. Clean up my poem.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Right. No, I did not write that song.
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot take credit for that. But anyway, yeah. So but we always, because with girls, hair, makeup, clothing, 1,000 outfits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then instead of hanging them back up, they just laid them and threw them, you know what I mean?
Yep. That's not a girl thing.
Yeah, so then they'd leave, it's time to go, and then, their rooms would just be clothing everywhere. But
oh, we get up, his backpack's on one end, football jersey over here, gear over here, cleats might be in the car, we don't know.
Oh, and boys, their smells.
Oh, when I pick him up from football tonight?
Their cleats, I can't even imagine. Oh.
Just him getting in my car from football practice.
Yeah, I know.
It's awful. We have to ride with the windows down.
The window down.
I don't care if it's 2 degrees outside, we are not rolling these windows up. You are not hot boxing me in here.
I will just love if I gotta watch you go down the road. I've gotta be sitting somewhere at a stoplight watching you and your windows down and your son.
Yeah, stinking. Hair wet,
all the way.
soaked.
Oh my goodness,
nasty.
Yeah. I just like,
I'm like, dude.
Boy, Mom.
Yeah, he's like,
the struggle is real. I love that so much.
It's awful.
That's great. That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's fantastic. All right. So also, so those are some of the days. Get out and enjoy. This is the number one worst part of summer. Is guess what it is, Erin? Mosquitoes.
Oh.
I hate mosquitoes. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Now that the summer is on its way out, it's time to badmouth it.
Yeah.
So here's a new survey with most frustrating parts of summer. Okay. And we already told you what number one. I did the spoiler alert. Here's the rest of this. Okay, number 2 is sweating.
I think mosquitoes are worse than sweating.
Oh, I'll sweat anytime over mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, me too.
Actually, I think sweating actually brings mosquitoes in, right? Isn't that kind of a, don't they? Well, it's light. What is it that they go crazy? Not light. What is it? Mosquitoes go crazy. Or maybe it is sweating. I don't know. But there's different. I did do some research on this. Why I do not know. But mosquitoes, they're like us. There's certain people that they're more attracted to. I know.
I must be one because I feel like no matter what, I always get ate up by mosquitoes.
So it's huge. Erin, it's a huge compliment. You know that, girl.
Yeah, I know I'm delicious, but
yes,
do they have
come
to
on.
know?
I know, really, I know. I'm the same way, and I don't think of it as a compliment, but they say that because it's something about like your, I don't know, just your, is it? I don't know, your like
aroma.
Your blood type, your aroma, all of that, everything. They get attracted to certain people. So, because have you ever been around someone and all of a sudden, I start getting bit. I'm usually the first one.
And they're like,
I'm getting
I haven't even seen a mosquito.
I know. And then you hear it, you know what I mean?
All
That's what I hate. I hear it in my ear, and I hate that sound. And then, for whatever reason, they get stuck in my hair.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine why.
I know, this mop.
Yeah.
It's stuck in this mop, and I'm everybody's trying to get it out. Then, I had something the other day. What was it? It was I don't know, it was something, and then it got smashed in my hair. It was so gross.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so gross. Okay. So number 2, was sweating. Number 3, excessive heat. This is the worst part of the summer we're talking about. Number 4, humidity and stickiness. I just want to say today is humidity and sticky.
Yes.
And we called it close.
Yeah. Whatever we gotta call it.
Closed. Yeah. Number 5, increased number of people in my usual area. I don't know. I'm not seeing. I don't know.
I can't think of I guess I understand where it's coming from, but I can't think of something.
What's the increased number of people in my usual area? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Number 6, higher utility bills. Because of the air conditioning, right?
Mine hasn't really been any higher than what it is when I use my heat.
I think you do more heat. Don't you feel that way?
I feel like mine's higher in the winter.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. Number 8, excessive air conditioning. Yeah. These are things people, this is, what was it? The worst part of summer, okay? Mm-hmm. Number 9, lack of shade outside. Because they're cutting down all the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I speak for the trees, Lorax.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Fern Gully?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about Lorax, but I always loved Fern Gully when I was a kid. It's an old movie, but it's so good. Yeah, I do know that,
yeah. Yeah. So, because we're cutting down the trees, we don't have very much shade outside. Yeah. Number 10, pressure to do something. Okay, this is the worst part of summer. Pressure to do something.
I guess get outside.
Get outside and move.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out and do something.
You feel pressured to be outside more.
Yeah. I guess just missing in this group was 49% said they'd rather stand in an outdoor ticket line for hours and suffer through bug bites. Okay. Well, I don't know why that says that randomly.
Yeah.
44% of people said they'd give up social media for a month if they could avoid mosquitoes. Wow, this is really...
Yeah.
Mosquitoes out of America here, you're going down.
Yeah.
29% said they'd rather get a sunburn than be bit by a bug. Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. And then we. This is so silly. Instead of scratch, we hit, because I don't want I never wanted my girls their arms or their legs scratched up.
Just
with their nails.
yeah.
So I always say hit it.
Yeah.
If you see us hitting it, slap it, hit it. If you see us doing that, it's because we're not wanting to get scratched.
Have you heard that song? Hit it. Hit it.
Hit it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's true. We don't want to get scratched. Because if you scratch too hard, you can almost scar. You know what I mean? I'm always worried about that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, slap, hit.
I guess when you have the Brady Bunch of girls, you got to worry about that.
Exactly, you do. These are. No, this is the struggle's real.
Yeah.
You're driving by with your windows down, and I'm telling the girls to hit
Don't scratch.
Don't
your
scratch,
skin.
hit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I see my girls as adults now hitting. And they'll say, hit, don't scratch. Oh,
You're
what have I done to these?
No boy
What
from
have I?
scratching.
Yeah, I know. What have I? Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, that's so funny. What have I done to these girls?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So another thing too, when you go to a restaurant, Erin, and you know how you get free bread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which I love. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining here again. Okay. Do you ever fill up on the bread first at restaurants?
Not so much bread. I'm not a huge fan of the bread. I mean, I like it. It's okay. But one piece is enough for me. But if you give me chips and queso or something, we're done.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just keep bringing it back.
Yeah.
Just keep, you know what I mean? Yes.
Yep.
Bring a bowl. You know what I mean? Because
Don't
it's gonna
even worry about it. Give me all of it.
Yeah. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. Give me all. Remember that on Parker and Rec? He was talking about the bacon. I don't think you're understanding. I want all of the bacon.
All of it.
I don't think you're understanding. Bringing me the whole salsa.
Just bring me whatever you cook the queso in.
Yeah. Well, I like all that, but then on those silly rolls, when they bring those warm rolls.
I think my favorite.
Oh my god!
I think it's at Cheddar's. They bring you those
croissants. Get out! I know, and they only limit one per person.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Why are you teasing me?
Yeah, how could you do this to me?
Don't tease me. And I think they put a little honey on that.
Oh yeah.
And then they put that butter. Oh my!
I know they put a drizzle of honey on that.
And then, one per person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get out! Who are we playing with here?
This house is a prison.
Right. If you say you have multi-personalities, I have several people living in here. I need several of those.
Yeah, 5. I seen that yesterday. I talk to only 5 people a day, and 3 of those are me.
That's right. So bring me more croissants. Yeah, now that place teases. But
they're so good.
Oh, come on. Oh, you know it. You come in, you're hungry, and it's going to be a minute because they're waiting on it or busy.
Yeah.
And then they bring you, they're hot. When they're hot.
Can't even do it.
Can't even. It's like, come on, people. Who are we teasing? That's just like...
give me a basket.
We ain't playing around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, they do that, yes. But then you have, Texas Roadhouse that does they take the rolls
and
they're just...
butter.
Oh, my gosh.
What is even in that?
I don't even. And then they'll, as soon as, you're do you need more? Well, of course we need more. You know?
Yeah, I'm about to tear another basket up. What do you mean?
Yeah, the struggle is real on that. Yeah, but okay, then we go back to the salsa. I love salsa.
Salsa and queso, I can't.
Yeah, it's just it's
terrible.
You better get an extra large order.
Yeah,
or get 2 orders, okay? Because it's gonna happen.
I'm tearing the queso up.
And I don't even I don't think about I think we're supposed to think about just having a little because you don't want to ruin your meal, right? When your food gets here. I don't even think about that.
Why do they make it that good then?
That's right.
Not
I know,
my problem.
exactly. I don't even I live in the moment.
Me too. And if this queso
and the moment
is good,
right here now is this. Okay?
Yeah.
This is in front of us. This is it. We're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And then I'll think about that meal later. I don't even care. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Me either.
It's
Whatever.
Yeah. So here's some women on TikTok, which you know how a little bit of a TikTok.
Yeah.
I say I'm going to back off. I don't, right?
I don't either.
It's like, I said free bread and chips are actually a tactic restaurants use to make us spend more money, okay? Simple carbs like that spike your blood sugar really fast. Yeah, they probably do.
Mm-hmm.
And if for short term, that makes you hungrier. A lot of times they'll bring the bread before you've ordered, because then you look at the menu and suddenly want everything. It's not always the reason they give you bread. We also just enjoy free stuff. You won't get as angry if your food takes a while. Well, that's exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because who cares when the food's coming out if you've got...
Yeah, something to snack on.
It's got the
You
bread
don't even
coming.
notice.
That's right, I know. Yeah. And it makes us tip more also. But the fact that it whets your appetite is a reason that so many places do it. Don't let them fool you, though. These rolls and chips aren't really free. They're just baked. They're using the word baked into the price of everything else. Well, now, okay, let's go back. Okay, like, there's some all-you-can-eat buffets, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that always, and that, I don't even know if, yeah, some of them are still around, some of them are not still around, and they would always do the rolls, like, they would always have these good rolls, okay, and I always thought, this is what, I don't know, somebody that worked there always said that they brought you the rolls first, or wanted you to encourage the rolls so that you would fill up on the rolls.
And eat less of the buffet.
Yeah, that was...
I think everyone has a different tactic, because, like, when I'm thinking about it, whenever I'm eating rolls or chips and queso, it doesn't make me want to order everything on the menu. Like, most places I go, I know what I get, and I don't even look at the menu. I get what I normally get.
Okay.
Like, I don't think the free rolls really encourage me to eat more. Really. I mean, I don't understand
I don't know
part,
that either. There's going to be a lot of eating. There's going to be a lot of carbs.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm out to eat,
yeah.
forget it.
And I've already allowed myself. I know what I'm going into. You know what I mean? This is not my first rodeo. You know what I mean? I know that this is going to be a meal that, you know, is going to be loaded, but it's going to be a very happy meal.
And then you take your leftovers home saying you're going to eat them, you never eat them.
Oh.
You accidentally leave them at the restaurant in your car, they sit in your fridge for a few days, and then you throw them out.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually, though...
You eat your leftovers,
oh,
don't you?
Erin, I'm weird, because I think being a mother of 6, like, food, like, is one thing that I do not let... It's really crazy. I'm really, like, if... There's another mother, I don't want to mention her name, but she's got 1,000 kids like me, and she's the same way. We've talked about this, because it's just like, I don't let things, you know what I mean, like, if I see something that is going to, you know what I mean, somebody certainly can eat it, you know what I mean, you know, I know, it's really, I'm really weird on that.
I think it's just me and Cameron, you
because
know.
You guys, it's just you two.
Yeah, and it
there's a difference.
has been for most of my life, so it's hard to look at it that way. Also, I mean, we don't waste food by any means.
Oh, no,
I make,
I know.
like, one box or whatever, because it's just us. But I'm not a huge fan of leftovers.
Okay.
It has to be, like, certain leftovers. And I'm not a picky eater at all.
Right.
I just, sometimes things just are, like, soggy, or it's a texture thing for me, I think. Okay. Now, Cameron? He does not care.
I don't either. I'll eat a leftover every day. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat.
I will some, like, I think Alfredo and soups and stuff like that are even better the next
like
day.
Like chili, like if they sit.
Oh, yeah, delicious.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I usually, like, leftovers are not, you know, anything that I don't mind. And but I'm ridiculous on that. You know what I mean? I'm the over.
I can understand that, though.
Yeah.
If you have 6 kids, my goodness.
Yeah, and then, like, when we go to McDonald's, the Happy Meals, like, they're plain, like, they eat a little. You know, I know, like, the strategy is to eat before they play, right? But a lot of times, like, we don't have time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they'll eat, but then they want to play, right? So they'll eat just a little bit, and then I know that after we get done playing, they're going to want to eat more. So I always try to save, because I know that's...
I've done that, for sure.
Yeah, I know they're going to... I know very well when it's time to put your shoes on and let's leave, there's going to be
Mom,
more
did you throw my
nuggets.
chicken nugget
where's
away?
My nuggets?
Yeah.
What's some more nuggets?
Yeah.
Of course you do, and I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
I numbered my feathers for such an occasion.
Yeah. Yep.
I know that. I know how to play the game here. So anyway, so I always try to do that. So I try to keep that. But Anyway, they said the free bread in restaurants, this is what, on TikTok, these moms said that it actually makes you hungrier. I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe it does. You know what I mean?
I actually tried something from TikTok this weekend.
Oh, you did? Let's hear. What'd you do?
It's called the Tiffany plate.
Oh, what is that?
Have you seen those? Like, it's got, like, I can't even think of what's on it now. Like a chicken sausage thing. And cottage cheese and mustard.
Oh.
And there's like a radish on it. Look up the Tiffany plate. You have to try it. It's so good.
Is it good?
So good. I didn't think I would like it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought cottage cheese and mustard. Like, what are we doing here? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it's healthy. It's healthy. Because I'm on a diet, you know.
Oh.
And I just was like, Because
Are you going to get hungry?
I might. Because I love, like...
I'm going to throw you some carbs.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring rolls into you.
Yeah. I love, like, a plate with, like, random things on it. I always thought, like, I was weird at home because I would eat, like, cucumbers, pineapple, olive, you know, like, random little snacks on a plate.
Yeah, right. Good for you. Yeah.
Well, the Tiffany plate is basically a bunch of random things. But I think, like, the chicken sausage and the cottage cheese with mustard or whatever is, like, the biggest thing. You have to try it.
I'm not against that. I think I would try all that.
Oh
I always never knock it till you try it,
yeah,
right?
it's so good.
And sometimes, like, combinations, you know, like, people like, oh, you know, and just hearing, you know, putting the combinations together, but I'm not opposed to that at all.
It was so good.
It sounds good. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Tiffany's pie? Was this a girl Tiffany or something?
I think so. I didn't, like, dig down deep into it. I literally just randomly seen it. And I was like, that looks good, and I had everything in my fridge, so I just, like, kind of threw it together. Because I always have, like, random stuff in
Well, and I like radishes, and that's something that a lot of times I forget to get.
I love them.
Yeah, I know, and they're like, it's something that, like...
Healthy,
Yes,
good,
exactly,
yes.
and I'm happy about them when I get them, but I forget to get them, you know what I mean?
I do, too.
It's like, I forget, and all the different vegetables and stuff, you know, a lot of times you kind of get stuck on your green beans, you know what I mean?
You do, basics.
And then stuff like that, but when you bring in, you know, like your radishes and stuff, and
so
of course
good.
right now, you should be hitting those tomatoes, these homegrown tomatoes
I
are
ate
just,
tomatoes over the weekend.
everybody should just go crazy
over.
over, this is the time.
My mom is making, like, my mom is huge on canning and stuff.
Oh, good for her.
They gave me a bunch of tomatoes and squash and zucchini, and she's making, I can't think of what have you ever had the Snap pickles? They come in like a little black bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my mom is like making those but canned, because you know those are like the best pickles.
They
Everybody
are good
loves
pickles,
them.
yeah.
And she also she's calling them dilly beans. It's like, she has them like as green beans. So good.
It sounds good. Well,
I'm like, well, how do you come up with this?
I love that. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
So my mom makes random stuff and gives it to me, and I always have like a plate of random things. And I always thought, am I weird? But then Tiffany's plate is basically that.
Yeah. No, I don't ever judge on anybody on that kind of stuff. Because I think, you know, I mean, a lot of times, you know, food, you know, and it's good to put that all together. And then you're introducing that to your son, too, which is good.
Yep. Especially when you're eating healthy. It's hard.
Yeah. I remember, like, the girls, some of my daughters, I'm not going to name names. I can name drop. I'm not going to. But, like, we're not crazy about green beans, you know? And I remember actually literally one would hold her nose as she would eat her green beans, you know what I mean? Because I'd always try to introduce, you know what I mean? Every meal, just, you know what I mean, try to introduce them to, you know, to either Brussels sprouts, you know, green beans, try to get them introduced to this. And just keep on going. I never got, you know what I mean, just what makes that little old aunt. I always kept encouraged, you know what I mean, doing this. And now, as young ladies, they eat all that.
Yeah,
so that's awesome. Good. You know what I mean, so, and it's funny because, like, they'll say, "Remember when I had to hold my nose?" Yes, I do remember that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I didn't take it personal as the chef here. You know, it's not always a good feeling when you cook.
Oh yeah.
It's not always a good feeling whenever you cook and all of a sudden somebody's holding their nose to eat your food. You know, not the best feeling. But I knew it was because they didn't like the product. You know,
I am not the best cook, and I know
chef?
that.
The chef's right here. Yeah, this is what you see. This is as good as it gets. Okay.
Cracking up.
It's true. All right, so another, we got a parenting tip here, okay?
Okay.
Wait, real quick, I want to go back. I'm sorry. I'm going to be all over the place. Popcorn.
Yeah.
You know, popping all over. Did you, on TikTok, talking about food, did you see where they took you take mustard and put it on a watermelon? That was like a year or two ago. I tried it. I tried it. Yeah, I tried it. I like mustard. It's a different taste, but it's not like, because I love watermelon.
Me too. With salt, though, not mustard.
I'm just good on it, you know what I mean? But, anyway, but try it on, put a little mustard and just dab it in.
I'll try anything.
It wasn't bad, but it's not like now, like, if you were to, like, if you were giving me a watermelon, like, where's the mustard? I'm not going to say that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was kind of a, different.
Okay.
It wasn't completely gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nothing that you can't.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, try that. And I like cantaloupe too. And this is the time. We live right here. I mean, Jackson County is just like, they're just like, I don't know if this is, they're just birthing all this great stuff for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tap into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and all of this great produce that we're getting. So it's such a blessing. Okay, expert parenting tips, okay? Don't throw your kids in the air if you've got a ceiling fan on, okay? If you got a ceiling fan. Okay, I don't know, okay? Doctors are warning parents to avoid playing toss their kids in the air if they have ceiling fans. The idea is, well, you get it. A study in the Journal of Pediatrics found that between 2013 and 2021, emergency rooms saw 20,500 ceiling fan related injuries. That's about 2,300 kids are treated at ERs for head injuries caused by ceiling fans. It's probably even more common than that because that only counts with the children who actually went to the ER, not the kids who just bumped their head. So also, one more last reminder is to set your ceiling fan to spin counterclockwise. That isn't any safer for tossing your baby around. That's just setting for the summer that helps keep you cooler.
We just read something about that last
I know. Remember that? Yeah, talking about how you turn. And then also, wouldn't it too, remember, like if you turn your ceiling fan off, wasn't it saving money? Wasn't that something?
Yeah.
I can't remember. How was that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Was it pulls heat or something? I can't remember. Something weird.
Right. So definitely turn it counterclockwise and be careful. Have you ever, like, put someone on your shoulders, put your little one on your shoulders, and then you go walk through, like, a door?
Oh, yeah. It's not funny at the
like
time,
it doesn't
just later
look like,
on you're like...
Like you look like, or like, you know what I mean? Yes, I've done that.
Or
you know
how
what I
many
mean?
times I've whacked Cameron's head on the car trying to get him in his car seat.
I know.
It's terrible. I used to cry over that. Now we're like it's funny, you know, he's older.
Yeah. It's like, you don't, so sometimes it's hard to judge.
Yeah.
It's like, how much room do I have?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're just trying to have fun. And most of the time you don't even really think about it. You're just having fun. And then I have a funny story to go with that. Whenever I was like super protective of Cameron when he was little because, you know, I was young and I didn't know what I was doing. What? My sister was holding him, trying to help me.
Yeah.
Went around a corner and hit his head on the corner. Oh. I grounded her from holding him for 2 weeks over
Oh
it.
my gosh! You will not touch my baby.
Yeah,
that's like 4 Christmases. Or is it 4 Christmases? Yeah, or whatever.
I don't know. Never seen it, but she still talks about. Remember that time you grounded me from holding Cameron for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I really did. She did not hold him for 2 weeks.
That's hilarious. It's not funny that he got hit, but it's funny that you,
It didn't even hurt him. It wasn't even a big deal.
No,
but at the time, I was like,
oh, yeah.
You're not holding my baby.
That's right. Give me back my baby.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so a little bit of random facts real quick. Bubble gum, which I love bubble gum.
Me too.
And it's one of those things that I might be a little, like, I love a big bubble. You know what I mean? Making a bubble, you know what I mean? Yeah. Bubble gum was invented in Philadelphia 95 years ago by a 23-year-old candy accountant named Walter Daimer. He was messing around in the factory when he created a mixture that allowed him to blow a bubble, pop it, and clean up the mess fairly easily. It was a gross gray color, so he dyed it pink. So it was actually a gross gray color, and he dyed it pink and become bubble gum 95 years ago. You think about that. Have you ever like had a bubble like so big that like it popped and got in your hair? Oh, I've had that. Have you ever had like when you went to sleep or something with gum in your hair, gum in your mouth? And
my brother put gum in my hair one time at the movie theater, and they tried everything to get it out. We had to cut my hair.
Oh, I know. It's so hard. You're supposed to use ice.
Yeah, they use ice, peanut butter, all the remedies. It did not come out.
Yeah.
They had to cut that piece of my hair out, and then I had like a little...
Yeah.
I was so mad.
All right, and so this is kind of cool. The Nintendo character Kirby is named after an attorney, John Kirby, who was successfully defended Nintendo in court when they were sued because Universal said Donkey Kong was a ripoff of King Kong.
That's cool.
I know. You know, I'm a huge fan of King Kong. So.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Nintendo and Donkey Kong and Mario and all that.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't that? Isn't that crazy how his name came about? That's crazy.
Mhm.
Okay. The first, have you ever, remember those books, like they'll say like Golf for Dummies, or like something for Dummies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first For Dummies book was in 1991, and now the series has around 2,500 titles and more than 200 million copies in print.
That was before I was even born.
The first book was DOS for Dummies.
Huh. I do see a lot of, they're like yellow and black.
Yeah.
Something for
Yeah.
dummies.
Yeah. Like, I think I got my husband one time Golf for Dummies or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think, it's
they're
like
funny ones,
books.
yeah.
Like that. Okay. Red Lobster had an all-you-can-eat crab promotion in 2003 and actually wound up taking a $3.3 million loss.
I can see that.
Yeah, because they seriously underestimated how many people can eat. How much people can eat.
Especially crab.
Crab, yeah. That's just, we went into Texas one time and they had all you can eat, and they were the beef ribs. And there was hardly no meat on these at all. I know, I don't understand because I'm going to have to talk to one of our beef producers here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to one of them because I don't understand, because some of the, usually like pork ribs have more meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not an expert on any of this. This is just observing. But beef ribs, there are some that really do have good meat.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times they don't.
They
For
barely
whatever-
have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like big ribs or big bones, but they're not
That's
meat on
it.
there.
Yeah.
And that's what they kept having. And it was like you couldn't get any meat like by the time you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you had these big bones, you know what I mean? Great for dogs.
Yeah.
But not for, anyway. So, anyway, I just thought that was really interesting on that. But, so, yeah, I don't think, anyway, but we ate a lot. It looked like we ate a lot, but we didn't because there wasn't much meat.
You're right, it's not filling.
Yeah. And I think on crab legs, a lot of times people just eat because you don't get much.
You don't get a lot of, and you got to do so much work to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how much they paid for that? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we just went to Ohana and French Lick.
Oh, yeah.
And my son got that big, huge thing with the snow crab legs and
I've never eaten
sausage,
them.
and oh my gosh, it's so good.
Is it?
It's very expensive to get that, but you break on the crab legs and you still don't get that much crab. I mean, for as expensive as it is, it doesn't. But the rest of the food fills you up, so it was fine.
Well, did he have bread or salsa and chips?
No, we got crab cakes
Oh.
for an appetizer.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Now I love the lobster. I anywhere when I go. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
me
a
too.
lobster eater, but I've never eaten there. I've heard of the restaurant, just never.
It's
eaten
really
there.
good.
It sounds good.
It's
Sounds
really
good. Ryan Gosling gained 60 pounds to star in Lovely Bones, but when he showed up to the set, it turns out Peter Jackson wasn't picturing an overweight lead, so Gosling was fired, and Mark Wahlberg was brought in. Wow, that's harsh, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Talk about like not eating the roles. You know what I mean? Ryan Gosling gained 6 pounds for Lovely Bones, but then he showed up, and I mean that can be harsh.
Oh yeah, how many pounds did he gain?
He gained 60 pounds.
Thinking that he needed to do that for the movie.
I
and then-
wonder if he did that like that to star in Lovely Bones. But when he showed up, it turns out that Peter Jackson wasn't picturing an overweight lead, so Gosling was fired. How horrible! And Mark Wahlberg was brought in. Well, that's kind of harsh.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
you know, he might have been eating the roles. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just, to me.
but I
that's
think actors and actresses lose and gain weight for certain roles.
Yes.
I thought.
Yeah. Who was it that did a lot? Remember? And it was almost like a, almost like, I think it's got to be very careful with your heart, like gaining and losing weight like that. I mean, I'm trying to remember who all I've heard of several actors doing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where they've gained weight and then they had to lose weight, and it's almost like yeah. Okay, in Southern California, they got hit by it's called a hurricane yesterday. That's the hashtag they're using. And people in South Carolina were hunkered down while the remnants of Hurricane Hillary passed through, with a fairly large earthquake hit 75 miles northwest of LA. Okay,
Wow.
It was a 5.1, so not huge, but not nothing. A restaurant close where it happened posted a video of bottles falling from shelves, but it lasted only about 5 seconds. So Southern California wasn't really hit by a hurricane. Hillary got downgraded to a tropical storm, and thankfully, LA were not hurt as much. Mm-hmm. There still was a flooding in spots, especially inland. An earthquake alert went out at 2:45 p.m. just as the storm was peaking in LA, and it said it was a 6.0. So some people ran outside in case it was the real deal, but ended up getting drenched by the rain. The hashtag is Hurricane, which is trending within minutes. It was actually they made a poster even about it. It went viral. They made a post about it. It went viral, and Google searches for Hurricane are skyrocketing now, and everyone was Googling. So people in South Carolina got bombed by text messages. People back east was wanting to know. Friends and family were already tracking the storm and panicked when they saw that the earthquake on top of it. So that was a lot. Yeah, that would be what direction. You got an earthquake going on, you got a hurricane, but I guess it went down. It got downgraded to a tropical storm. But you talk about trying to figure out how to play that. You know what I mean? That's like, what do? You know?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like there was a brief concern about a tsunami. The earthquake was near the coast, so that wasn't always a possibility. But the National Weather Service immediately let people know that there was no threat of a tsunami, I can't say tsunami. Yeah. But anyway, so anyway, that was a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So South Carolina. So when you think you have it bad, there's always somebody. Tsunami. There, I can't get my words right. It's Monday. I'm thinking and nothing's happening. Anyway. Okay, one more thing. Taylor Swift went outside to a wedding and got mobbed, and a mob showed up outside the place to see her. So think, like, here you are getting married, and all of a sudden you think all these people came to see you get married, your wedding, but actually they came to see Taylor Swift. So it looks like they got married. Andy McDowell's daughter got married to Jack Arnoff on Friday at Long Beach Island in New Jersey. I gotta say it, New Jersey. But the real attraction was Taylor Swift, who was a guest. The mob actually showed up outside the venue to get a glimpse of her, and the other stars actually too, but nobody was chanting their names like they were Taylor's. Police even had to show up to provide crowd control.
That's crazy.
Love that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, I think Taylor Swift, she's kind of a hot item right now. So, inviting her to a wedding, you know what I mean? I think that you're going to have to realize those things are going to have to happen. Mm-hmm. Security. Yeah. I love security. Yeah. I do. I really do. When I'm somewhere and there's security, I'm all for it. Yeah. Love that. All right, Erin, we got to get out of here. Time flies when we're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
I want to remind everybody, I want to thank for talking with us, Brett Baier from Remember Watch the Debate. And we did find out a little bit about him and all of his going on, but he is ready for the debate Wednesday night. And thank you for talking with us, Fox News. And let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, Erin.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Teas and Tumblers, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, and Leader One Financial.
So actually that debate will be on the 23rd. He'll take the role of the moderator for that, and it'll be the first presidential debate. So if you get a chance, you might want to just go check it out and watch it for a little while. So anyway, so that's going to be this Wednesday. Get to know your candidate. So good. We already had one. Trump said he's not coming. But anyway, but maybe everybody else will show up. So there we go. I'm sure he'll be vocal on his stance.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone have a wonderful and a safe and a great, be careful out there, not a lot of air going on. It's
Yep,
very
hydrate.
close. Yeah, hydrate. Water, sunscreen, and shades, right?
Yep.
All right. Have a great Monday. Thanks, Erin.
For a night at the Speedway coming up August 19th. Join
This is Becky White from Wslm, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long.
He gets away. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
The Hoosiers kick off the season against Big Ten foe Ohio State this weekend on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's new procedure makes it easier than you think. We're proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful.
Established in 1994 and continuing to offer the perfect balance of inspiring hope, unwavering truth, and a touch of goofiness. The Rick and Bubba Show.
That's done, Broderick. From the No Name Studio, living out on the bleeding edge of technology, it's Rick and Bubba. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here and ready to go. Welcome back, Bill Bubba Bussell.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for taking time out of your busy day to be with Rick and Bubba.
That's right, Bubba. One of our favorite topics, Glenn Beck podcast. Charlie Duke is on with our good friend Glenn, and he is going to debunk some of the most widely believed moon landing conspiracy theories.
You know, it's been a big, heavy NASA day today. A lot of space talk.
Bubba, we're still floating from Hamfest, baby.
Keep on. I'm going to throw another Uranus joke in.
No, Greg.
We keep talking about space.
No,
But
this one needs to be heard.
Okay.
Look, I know we're living in a time where people are going to believe what they're going to believe. And let me tell you something. If you're someone that has made the oath that I have made, I'm starting to lose ground with people I can talk to because I've made a new oath. It's my new oath. I will not try to reason with the unreasonable.
That's it.
I've tried.
Well, you just eliminated a lot of
I know, Greg. That's what I just said. I don't know who I'm going to talk to now other than y'all.
Eliminated a
and let's face it, some of us have categories that we're also unreasonable.
Sure.
Greg. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. But anyway, so here we go. Here's our friend Glenn talking with Charlie Duke.
When you hear people talk about conspiracy theories about that we never went, how do you feel?
Well, I'm perplexed because the evidence is overwhelming. If they would investigate the evidence that we have that we landed on the moon, not once but 6 times, you can't deny all the evidence. We have photographs from Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter that's taking pictures. You can see the descent stage, you can see the car, you can see the experiments package and all on our landing site, and every Apollo landing site is documented, and for 400,000 of people to keep it a secret for 50 years is pretty remarkable. If we faked it.
Yeah.
And I told one of the NBC something. I said, if we faked it, why did we fake it 9 times? You know, you go fake something, do it once and shut up.
Right.
But we went 9 times to the moon and landed 6 successfully. And so with the equipment we left, the science that's come back, the rocks are totally different than the Earth rocks, and all of the evidence is we landed on the moon.
How you like Glenn's podcast setup?
I'm interested to know what kind of mic.
Yeah, how you like those mics hanging down there?
It's weird that
You know, I love the fact you can be that far back from them.
Yeah.
Get that kind of quality.
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Well, Charlie is saying.
Hey, Glenn, what kind of mic is that?
Yeah, Charlie's saying what we've been saying all along. This is absurd.
I think we went not 6 times.
Greg, what he's saying is you're acting like there's not a body of evidence. There's plenty to look at, and of course he talked about one of the common sense things. So we're just going to keep faking it 9 different times. And all we needed was one fake on that. If the fake, and no one's
people like show off.
No one's ever been able to walk out how people benefit from pretending to go to the moon, and how people benefit for pretending the Earth is round.
And why stop at the moon? Fake Mars.
Fake Mars. Fake it all.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What else?
And let me tell you the one group who would have blown the whistle on this. That was the Soviet Union. Because they were watching this. They were listening to the telemetry.
They pulled it off, yeah.
That we won, and it would have been a huge mark for them to come out on the world stage and go, hey, they're faking y'all.
Right.
They're pulling your leg. But they did.
Let's talk.
Thieves usually don't steal just once, guys.
Right.
That's right.
Let's talk about, just because we want to be sure we understand, because, and Bubba's explained this so many times, with Greg even conceding, okay? Yes, there is fake footage of us.
There's 2 different ones that I know of.
Right. And but why did we have that? Explain that one more. Hey, man, I've seen the footage.
The TV.
I've seen it.
The TV networks wanted to have something to show.
Right.
We did now on paper. We had it set up so we could send video back from the moon. But nobody knew it would work because we had never done it.
Right.
So the TV people don't want to be sitting there with a picture.
Right.
They want to have a reenactment.
Right.
So NBC did one, I think CBS did one, and one of them was Stanley Kubrick, who did
Kubrick.
who did 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they filmed out in the desert what looked like a lunar module and people hopping down and all this, and people worked on that and they fed them and had craft services and hands, and years later people went, well, they faked it because I was there when they did it.
I was there.
But they had that.
in the desert.
Oh no.
They had that as a standby to show if they couldn't get video back. Look, the video on Apollo 11 wasn't that great anyway. It was pretty blurry and messed up to start with.
And the role it was going to play, and I can't say this word, so I'll need some help from those of you that can. Just like one time Bubba was mistaken as a guy who robbed a house. This was going to be on Crime Stoppers. This was going to be put on the screen if they couldn't get the video. It was going to be put on the scene as a dramatization. I can't say that word. Dramatization.
Right.
So they had that ready to go
and
because
CBS,
because us watching want to see something.
CBS actually showed a clip of it when they were talking about what was going to happen. And they didn't put the CG up that said dramatization under it. So some people thought they were seeing the actual moon. Because if you had the TV down, you didn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah.
You think, oh, there they are right there.
Yeah, those of you who don't know that, Bubba was an actor in Crime Stoppers
Dramatization.
And everybody thought he was the guy that robbed the house.
Yeah, it was the very first one.
That's that guy robbed the house.
It was the very first one that the TV station in our market did, and you know we've actually had the guy, the police officer who was in charge of that, call the show. I think he works in Tennessee now.
Right.
And so they show me going into the house and all that. Well, they got all kind of calls saying, "Hey, I know that guy," and I was like, no.
That's
It was in that case, it was a reenactment.
What about the movie Capricorn 1, huh?
Yeah.
True or fake?
Ha!
Starring O.J. Simpson.
Capricorn 1. So we did go to the moon. The Russians just crashed something on the moon.
Yep.
And if I was in the world of pretend...
Didn't the Chinese do something on the moon?
Oh, several countries have landers there now.
Yeah. But if,
what's on the dark side?
To that bigger point, if all I had to do was fake it, Greg, if all I had to do was fake it, and the reason I faked it is so people would still invest in the space program, then I don't have us sitting around going, my goodness, we ain't gonna do anything but go to the moon. I would have been going everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even go to your favorite planet, Greg.
That's right, Uranus.
Yeah, right. And I mean, right? If that was because if somebody said, look, we need a PR campaign to keep the funding. Then somebody says, well, the people are really frustrated that we haven't been anywhere but the moon. We need to fake something else. All right, let's go on to Mars. And because everybody seems to be into Mars.
Would I like Neil Armstrong to be a little more vocal? I would have.
Greg, but
you know what?
Personality
the fact he was so humble is one reason he was picked to be that guy.
He's the first man on the moon.
But you know what?
Buzz talking to everybody.
But that humility that made him so perfect also cost him on the marketing. You know, they're like, okay, now he's terrible at out marketing.
That movie about him.
Yeah.
Was pretty good.
It was a little.
What was it called?
A little depressing.
It was.
Depressing.
It had a weird vibe.
Oh, it did. It was shot on that weird film that bothered me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got a little bit of orange on it.
Well, to be that dedicated to what you're doing, you pay a price, no doubt,
no question.
It's like Reagan said, we choose to go to Uranus not because it's easy, but because it's hard.
Reagan said it.
Yeah,
but he sounded like Kennedy.
Right, it was Kennedy, that's right.
We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba.
Looking for peace of mind when it comes to your car's performance? Look no further than our friends at CarShield. With plans for every budget, CarShield offers protection plans that cover more parts than ever before. Whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000 miles, plus they offer plans that come with roadside assistance 24/7, courtesy towing, and rental car options. Call CarShield today at 800-465-6550 to save 20% on your plan. 800-465-6550 or go to carshield.com/Bubba. Our friends at Field of Greens just got one of the best testimonials. Listen to this. I've been taking Field of Greens, and this is my second time my doctor has danced into the room praising my blood results. Credit where credit's due. Thank you, Field of Greens. Field of Greens can't promise your doc will dance into the room, but they can promise your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. Let's get you started with 15% off. Go to fieldofgreens.com, use the promo code BUBBA for 15% off. Or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Our friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capful.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Can we make 10,000 thread count sheets?
For Lens Linens, staying in the comfort zone is never an option.
Maximum thread count we could possibly thread.
An industrial seamstress would make their sweet dreams come true.
I want it to feel like you're on a snowflake, on cotton candy, on marshmallows, on a cloud.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FUN for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FUN for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Listening to the Rick and Bubba Show.
20 minutes past the hour. So as we work our way back, coming up again on RBU this Thursday. Now, a brand new Rick and Bubba University podcast is out. Our interview with Granger Smith, his book Like a River.
I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. I got a lot of good feedback on that already. They'd love to see Granger be on the big show, and hopefully we can make that happen too. So anyway, catch that if you did not catch it. Now this week it's letters from the audience again. It's a reoccurring theme, and Bubba and I will read some more of your letters, answer some of your questions that you have in multiple categories. If yours didn't make the last time we did that about 5 weeks ago, could be in this one. But if you'd like to send one that you didn't send last time, speedy@rickandbubba.com. And here's one from email that we were all sent about. We're living, it's a really interesting time that we're living in. And everything right now seems to be extreme. It's just extreme. It's like we just have hysteria about anything, good, bad, in between. We don't have a calm, level-headed approach to really anything. And I'm talking about even all over the
I think different, social media's chiming this
I
up.
think you're right. Yep. So from the weekend, the email titled "Shame, Shame." Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
There's two things that y'all have not given time to on the show, and frankly, it's shameful. Now, the first one I've never even heard of.
Yeah, I didn't know what that one was.
The film Jones Plantation. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey.
Right. I'm not endorsing it, nor am I against it, because I don't know what it is.
That's true.
Okay.
Haven't heard about it.
So I'll look into that, Timothy. The next one is the song "Rich Men of North of Richmond." I informed Timothy that we had mentioned the song, and we had talked about the artist Oliver what?
Anthony.
Oliver Anthony, and I think we talked about it. Adler talked about it. We actually had a discussion about it, and when I said that, back to the times we're living in, yes, but not enough.
Oh.
I was like, well,
not enough.
Well, and you know,
what's enough?
Look, and you know me. If I sense that something's bothering you, that's the worst. That's the worst thing you can let me know. Okay. So the guy starts getting so passionate that I'm like, well, I'll tell you what. You have now put me in this position, and I'm going to fire back. And I said, hey, after the third email about this song, I'm going to shoot you straight. I think the song's overrated. And the guy went crazy. He couldn't believe it. I think it's overrated. I think it's a good song. I certainly would prefer that it didn't have some of the language in it. Now, that becomes a different discussion, and we get this all the time here, too. You know, there's language that is crude. There's language that is profane. And there's language that, is forbidden in Scripture of blaspheming the name of God. And Jesus but there's some things I think some of them, like the words he's using in this song, that kind of fall under the category it may or may not be sinful, but is it wise for people of faith to use this kind of language? Kind of like you have with alcohol. Is it a sin to drink alcohol? I mean, just to drink it at all? Whether it is or isn't, and I think the biblical case for it being a sin in and of itself is not very strong, but we know that drunkenness is a sin. But then we get back to, and Robbie Gallaty did an outstanding message on this. He said, even though the consumption of alcohol, you can make the case it's not a sin as long as you don't get drunk, but is it wise? And he goes on to the different alcohol contents now versus when they were diluting the wine with water back in the days of Christ, because water was a problem, so the wine would actually make the water drinkable. And the stuff we're drinking now, the alcohol level much higher and all that. So the deal he was saying is not that it's sinful to do it, but is it wise to do it? And the Apostle Paul talks about this. He said, there's a lot of things I'm free to do. It's just not wise to do it because of damaging my witness or causing someone else to stumble and da-da-da-da. So anyway, I would first of all probably have played the song more if it didn't have so much language in it. So there's one. But the second thing is, I think the guy, I love the way he sings. I like that edge.
It's a great story, too.
Yeah, and I like what he's taking on. He's right. The government is the problem, not the answers. I totally agree with that. Ronald Reagan said that. I love that he's doing that. I like the boldness of what he's saying. All that's good.
I like that ladder stand behind him.
Right, I do too. And I have nothing against him or whatever, but the way we're acting is like this guy has stood in a green field and produced the greatest song that music has ever known.
The hype is just...
It's a little over the top, and that's the way we are now. We can't just go, hey man, have you heard Oliver Anthony? Man, that's cool that he's doing it. Have you heard, man? And I love that nowadays you can get it's the #1 song everybody's listening to right now. What a breath of fresh air. You know what I'd say? You're right, it sure is. The language I could do without in it, but I mean, I'm not a prude, so, that's not language that I'm unfamiliar with, and it's certainly not profane. And I understand he's using it for a reason to show the disgust of how it feels for the man to always be beating you down. And all that I think is good. I'm not against it, and I even like that style of country music better than I like pop country music. Bubba, this is not really his style at all, and that's just a style.
I like overproduced pop, campy stuff.
But I like that kind of edge. But is this song like saying it's better than, is it better than the Jolene? The version that we got from Zac Brown Band? Is it better than Chris Stapleton? I would say no.
Will it be remembered 40 years from now like Freebird?
Right, yeah. I mean,
the hype.
The hype around it, I think, is a little over the top.
And it's based on the message.
That's what I was
of the song.
Is the hype
That's
more
the hype.
about
it's
the
not
message
about,
or the quality of the song?
Correct.
The message.
Well, and it is a quality. He does have a a good quality about the song, but it's the message that everybody's is uniting around.
Yeah, correct.
But I mean, again, Jason Aldean's saying the same thing.
Well, you saw them unite with him too,
which is a good thing.
But I mean,
I'm glad people are.
They're acting like he's saying something that nobody's saying.
I think what is key about this whole thing.
He's just another person.
I'll even go a step further, and well, I probably should. I'm not going to go there, but I will just say this because I told Greg something. I've actually, I helped
agree
his
with you,
move.
too.
I helped his move to the top, okay, and I listened to it. It's in my playlist. But I think what's important about what's going on with this song is the fact that this is a voter that can't be tampered with. America has spoken on this front with Jason Aldean and with this, and the lefts are pushing all this BS, to use his word, down our throat every day and telling us something that's really not real. This is real.
Right.
And so you're seeing people that you would never even think want to listen to this song take the message to heart and agree with it.
Oh, yeah. Now, once again...
And that's what's going on with this.
Once again, the hysteria of this proves once again the fake world versus the real world.
Yes.
And that part I'm all about. But I don't like when we start acting like the people that we don't like.
I know.
Yeah, you're not as excited about it as I want you
Rick,
to be.
your show is... I'm disappointed in your show because you're not giving this guy more hype. Why aren't you making a bigger fuss about it? Well, I did mention it, and we agree with it, and think what he says. Yeah, but you're not doing enough. Well, have I got to run around with an Anthony Oliver T-shirt on? You know, he looks like Sean from the South. I thought that's who it was. I mean, have I got to run around and be in the Oliver Anthony fan club, or I'm not a good American? I mean, what are we talking about?
Rick, I don't even put it in the category with "Swinging" by John Anderson, which was a classic.
I like it. I think it's good. You know, I could do without the. You know, it's kind of hard for me to play a song that's going to have BS and S all through it. That's just difficult to do. Then that's going to cause me on a front that's much more important to me for people to say, well, do you really think you ought to be playing it? And putting that kids listening in the car and this guy's doing BS and S and all that. See, I don't want to. That's more important to me, frankly, than him.
Also, what's wrong with being 5'3" and 300 pounds? You know?
He says that in the song, right?
It's in the song.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the lyrics.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, Bubba?
Yeah. Something about fudge rounds.
Right. No, everything he's saying, his lyrics and the things he's saying about the man and the government and everybody looking for a handout.
Overtime hours.
Yeah. But is it the greatest song that's ever been produced? It isn't.
First verse is good. Second verse is a little weak. I'm saying it. Second verse is a little
Play
weak.
it coming out of next break.
Well, I can if I gotta get the beat for it.
Rick and Bubba.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like the gap between your bed and wall that's big enough for your phone, but not your hand. Or the gutters growing their own trees. Or the wall outlet your kids keep calling Sparky. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be your heating or air conditioning. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Give Seth at Marshall's a call today at 812-967-3742, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's new procedure makes it easier than you think. We're proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at SchneckOrtho.com.
Beach Bend Park. That's where my summer happens.
It's where my family's come for generations for great times.
It's where amusement rides and water park slides are just my size.
It's where my friends and I have a blast on the big thrill rides. It's where we can do all the attractions and not spend time in long lines. Enjoy classic amusement rides for the whole family. Plus Splash Lagoon Water Park with slides from mild to wild. Right now, save $10 off general admission with Wendy's coupon or online promo code. Visit beachbend.com.
You may have heard the kids chanting about favorite freebies at Holiday World and Splash and Safari.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen.
But there are plenty of favorite firsts and onlys to shout about too. Like soaring on America's only launched wing coaster,
Thunderbird.
The world's longest water coaster,
Mammoth.
In fact, we're the water coaster capital of
the world.
For summer fun, out, find your family's favorites with tickets at holidayworld.com.
This is Becky White from Wslm, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
They've got My Coffee direct from the mystore.com website. Go to mystore.com, enter the code BUBBA to save 25% off your order of My Coffee, or find a link at rickandbubba.com. Have you tried the innovative Helix Sleep mattress yet? Well, nothing beats a great night's sleep, the kind you get with Helix. So we love them, and Helix has over 12,000 5-star reviews with customized mattresses that fit your sleep needs because they know everyone is unique. They even have big and tall mattresses and mattresses for the kids. But how do you know which mattress is right for you? Well, Helix has you covered. Just take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find the perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Place your order and your mattress will be delivered right to the door free of charge. And the best part, Helix knows there's no better way to try a mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial for you and a 10 to 15-year warranty. Right now, Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders at helixsleep.com/Bubba. Best offer yet, by the way, and it won't last long. So if you've been waiting to try a Helix mattress, here it is. Now's the time. Head to helixsleep.com/Bubba for 20% off your mattress order. Let's go to the phones right now. All 10 lines are available. Calvin Speedy Wilburn taking your phone calls at 866-WE-BE-BIG. And you can join us right now, and you'll get in. 10 lines are available, so if you move right now, you got it. Don't forget Rick and Bubba Charity Charge going on today in Alabama at participating Buffalo Wild Wings, benefiting the Outdoor Ability Foundation, 10% of all food sales today. Relief Factor, man, we love this product. I was talking to my buddy Chris Dyson about this just the other day, and he was talking about it's amazing some of the emails that we get. And no doubt, Nancy from South Carolina says, my husband has been in horrible foot pain for the past few years, and it certainly hurt his ability to work regularly. No prescriptions have helped very much, and they are incredibly expensive. Well, I thought Bidenomics was going to solve that. He was walking like that character that Tim Conway played back in the Carol Burnett show skits. But he's been taking Relief Factor now for about a month and says that the pain is 90% gone. How about that? More importantly, he's working more than he's home and is walking pretty normal, no longer walking like a penguin. So thank you for bringing Relief Factor into our lives. Well, you're welcome, Nancy, and I'm glad that's working for your husband, and it has for so many. I love the product. The majority of the people that order that quick start pack, they get it, and one of the things you love, not only you're getting relief, you're getting it naturally, because these are made from 4 botanicals, so it is something that you can take every day. So get yours now by going to relieffactor.com. We hope that it works for you, or you can go to rickandbubba.com and look there under the sponsors. But to the phones we go. Let's go to Mike in Auburn, Alabama. Mike, go ahead.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We're good. Hope you're okay.
Good. Hey, Rick, the other day you were telling a story about your dad and the umbrella, and I almost choked on the side of I-85 eating some peanuts. But I was curious what your dad would think about Greg missing so much work to take care of puppies?
Well, I've never been thankful that Dad's in the situation he's in that he wouldn't know that. But Dad, though, strangely enough, I'm gonna be fair here because this would be easy to pile on. Strangely enough, Dad actually had a soft spot for dogs.
Yeah.
You know, you may have found Dad and dogs. He loves dogs. We always had dogs, so he might have given Greg a pass because of it being dogs. Do you think?
Look, I had a lot of things going that week, and I just decided to take a week.
Right.
Dogs were part of it,
right.
But I had other things I was doing.
Well, it reminded me of the booty jakes.
You know. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's true. It's about the same thing.
Boy, that put it down the smokestack.
I was
Does
just
that scholar think he can whip me because I
he just wondered. Dad might have he gave you a hard time about the time you got a spray tan. But how would Dad see it? That's a legitimate question.
Yeah, that's true.
We continue. Let's go to Hambone. Hambone, go ahead.
What's up, gents?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just quick, two things real quick. I was cutting grass yesterday, had the Oliver Anthony soundtrack on, and just the way that he screams in his music, it was better to hear him scream at me than my wife scream at me.
Well, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, you know what, Greg, the reaction to it is almost like that time when we had neighborhood bully Mark Robertson. And we had a guy in our neighborhood he nicknamed Cuddles because everybody got a nickname from the neighborhood bully.
It was perfect too if you knew it.
And so Cuddles wanted so much to be the side kick of the neighborhood bully.
He was his hype man.
And every time he
the
would
little dog. That
yes, 100%.
Get him, Spike.
And he would be overly excited anytime Mark wanted to do something or had an idea or was whatever. And I remember, and I say this about the way we're doing about things now. You remember, and he got overhyped, and finally, the neighborhood bully Mark Robertson looked at Cuddles, said, "Hey, Cuddles, settle down. I'm right here."
Yeah, we were like,
"Hey, Cuddles, just settle down.
Cuddles, I'm right here."
Calm down, Cuddles. I'm right here. And I just feel like can we not just kind of have a normal reaction to something? Right. It's either we're all against something or by golly, it's the greatest thing that ever happened.
And everybody else better feel the same.
And if you don't feel the same way, you're not as good an American as I am. We continue. Let's go to Mike in Alabama. Mike, welcome to Rick and Bubba. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, guys. A question for you. I remember as a kid when the Apollo mission landed on the moon. One thing is they let church out early that night, and so we could go see it on television. I've always wondered why we did not lay claim to the moon. Now, Russians can lay claim to it. We just battle up.
We made an agreement not to be able to do that, right?
We already had a treaty that no one would lay claim to it.
Right.
Like Antarctica.
Kyle in Birmingham. Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, fellas. So, Speedy was talking about earlier that about the Venmo on the cars.
Yes.
I drive a truck to Nashville, and you'll see all the people going by with their cars. They'll say, buy the bride a drink, and then the guys will be, buy the guy a good time. And they'll have the Venmo on there like that, too.
I don't get all this.
What kind of price tags on a good time?
Greg, I kind of go back to Timothy. I go back to listener Timothy's email to us. Shame. Where has shame gone? Curtis, Columbus, Mississippi.
Shame. Curtis.
96.1. Curtis, go ahead.
Oh, yes, I watched the movie this weekend. I think it was something height. Morgan Freeman was in it, and they was going to steal his stuff, these antiques. And the white guy that was actually where the antiques were, he got this statue out of the great thinker. Well, he got undressed butt naked and was trying to look like the great thinker. And all of a sudden, this cop comes in, and he ends up getting in the box with the statue butt naked. I seen like part of it. I didn't know if y'all ever seen the movie or not. It's pretty funny.
Curtis, you Curtis said like a good one. Curtis, Morgan Freeman was in it. That narrowed it down.
Yeah. Curtis, I don't even know what you just told us. I didn't follow that at all. Did y'all follow that?
I saw one. I don't think it's the same one because I fell asleep during it a little bit. It's got Morgan Freeman and Cole Hauser, the guy from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And it was really weird and stupid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, now, Morgan's been in a few. You'd have to narrow it
if
down.
you're like a Morgan Freeman, you've got some wins, but we all have losses.
Ritual killing or something.
This line of show, I'm all in on Paramount Plus. he makes an appearance.
What is
in
it called?
Linus. It's a CIA kind of thing, whatever.
There it is, the Ritual Killer. That is the weirdest, stupid movie I've ever seen.
And he doesn't show up till like episode 4 or 5, and his speech, he's a special assistant to the president or whatever. His speech is fantastic.
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, like he's
oh, sure.
Yeah,
If
I
you
love
give
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, you give him some good dialogue, he'll hammer it.
You ever
out.
run across him in Gulf Shores?
He
lives there now.
I know.
He used to live by
If
Bubba.
I'm scanning,
by the way,
and
I did
see
at
Morgan,
Dippin' Dots.
I stop. I stop and watch it. You know,
Oh
just
yeah.
see what
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
I always give him a chance. He's on
He's
that
one of my
list.
favorites.
He's on that list.
He can be in these great movies that are just awesome, but he'll also be in one that's not.
No,
so
you're
great.
right.
Well, he likes his trade,
He
and
didn't
he's
turn
in a
one
lot
down.
of things, and you never know.
But we can say the
same way.
But we can say the same thing about Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones. Sometimes.
That's true.
And I give them Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones, Robert Duvall. If they're in a movie, I'm giving it a shot.
Yes.
Yep.
You're right.
Stop and look.
Let's go to Jason Heflin, Alabama. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say and give you guys just an applause for everything you do for the kingdom. My name is Jason. I'm the pastor at East Heflin, and I just want to tell you guys our man church last night was awesome. Todd done an awesome job.
Yeah, I got some. Todd emailed me or texted me.
Good job, Todd.
Todd Wilski. And
fired in there.
told me it went really, really well. We were super excited about it, and thank you for trusting us. And there is no greater gift to a pastor, Jason, as you know, than a strong men's ministry.
Yes, sir.
If you got a strong men's ministry, you can build off that.
And I want to say something that he said last night that just provoked all of us men. He says we need to stop comparing ourselves to Peter before Pentecost and start comparing ourselves to Peter after Pentecost. And I'm going to tell you something, that really touched all of our men.
No, that's true. We've talked about that a lot. It's in a lot of our curriculum, too, and Todd's part of our team.
Yeah.
So he's putting that out. Yeah, it's interesting how men are always talking about, hey, man, we're dumbing everything down, participation, trophies, and then, of course, they always compare themselves to Peter and John prior to Pentecost because they're a much lower standard.
Yeah.
But after Pentecost, which is where we are in the church age, the standard much, much higher. And men cower away from that when they claim that high standards are what they always want. But when it comes to spiritual life, men are like, well, I want to be mediocre.
Yeah, Helms and Bones, I'm telling you, pastors, if you need to get in touch with this man church, these guys do a phenomenal job. I just want to be encouragement to all the churches, all the pastors, to get involved with this men's ministry because we're just getting started, and it's already been life-changing for us.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And we're hearing that all over the country. That is just such good news. Dave in Nashville. Dave, go ahead.
Morning, fellas, Green Acres.
Thank you, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, so I just want to make an observation that just occurred to me a couple of months ago. I was listening to your best of, and you were talking about that larger big guy at the car wash you all used to work for, and the voice that you do for him, Rick, is phenomenal.
Big Joe,
But what I'm drawing the correlation between is now that you've lost all this weight, I'm listening to your voice is a lot clearer, and I was listening to one of the best ofs a few months ago, and you had just a touch of that raspiness to your voice, and big people generally do, especially when they get...
Because we can't breathe.
I'm not saying you're anywhere as big as what that manager was of that car wash you used to work at, but what I noticed is your voice is a lot clearer now that you've lost all this weight than what it was then, and what pointed out to me was the bit that you do with the owner of the car wash when y'all were kids.
Well, remember, I have a diaphragm that is almost inverted, so when I was carrying around that weight, it was really shutting off my breathing. I'm breathing easier now. So thank you for noticing.
And remember, you went to school to lose your accent.
Yeah, that's right. Don't
had that voice training.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Let's
went to school to speak Southern.
Wes in Tuscaloosa. Wes, go ahead.
Morning, fellas. How y'all doing today?
We're good. I hope you're good.
Doing well. Hey, am I the only one that's over this song on Red Beard to singing? I mean, it's got a good message.
Sure.
I just don't understand why we have to, be using foul language, and then next clip you see we're up there with the Bible spreading the message. Let's just leave out the cussing and let's get back to the Bible. How about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a good song, but to your point, I don't know why I'm asked to declare it. Why am I asked to declare it the greatest song of all time?
You got to go buy a T-shirt and everything.
It touched a nerve, I think, with the way a lot of people are feeling now.
Yeah, no question.
But is it, how will it stand up the test of time?
Yeah. It's but nowadays you can get a lot of hype going.
Yeah, for a small amount of time, but get it while you can.
Yep.
Rick and Bubba.
What if you could help turn back the clock and help your dog play like a puppy again, no matter their age? Introducing Dr. Marty Pet's Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food called the Miracle Worker by Forbes magazine. Dr. Marty is now helping dog parents right at home.
I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Nature's Blend is designed to support your dog's healthy lifespan with turkey, beef, salmon, duck, seeds, veggies, and fruit, and with zero artificial preservatives. When given the choice between Nature's Blend and Amazon's #1 bestseller in dry dog food, 29 out of 30 dogs chose Nature's Blend first. For a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get free premium dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/free treats or text free treats to 511-511. Text free treats to 511-511.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Study available upon request. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Dr. Marty Pets.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep, and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number.
It's the biggest sale of the year. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
At Taco Bell, we like to keep mornings simple because before 11 a.m., you're not down for whatever.
No.
You're not interested in trying new things.
No.
You want a breakfast that's toned down and delicious, like the Breakfast Crunch Wrap with fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown in a grilled tortilla.
I want to eat that.
See? You may not be a morning person, but it's morning, and you're a person. Taco Bell breakfast, served until 11 a.m. At participating Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only while supplies last.
From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long.
He gets away. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
The Hoosiers kick off the season against Big Ten foe Ohio State this weekend on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
New babies, sports physicals, 3D mammograms, primary care, pediatrics, oncology, advanced orthopedics, lung screenings, and surgery. From providing community health services to performing the most innovative procedures, the exceptional doctors, nurses, and staff at Schneck have been caring for friends, families, and neighbors for over 100 years. Schneck, healthy together.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, sometimes free takes a little convincing, especially with dads.
Free parking? That's how they get you.
They're just naturally suspicious of free stuff.
Free soft drinks!
Whoa. That's how they get you.
But after a day of fun on the world's longest water coasters and our 400 drone light show, dads come around. At Holiday World, we get you. We're just not out to get you. That's why there's
Free soft drinks! Free parking! Free soft drinks!
Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
This is Becky White from Wslm, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is